So when I graduated university, I was 21 years old. I was generating income online. I decided to go and travel the world, right? Travel to Far East Asia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and exposing myself to these new cultures, these new people, these new stimulus, these new environments. And there's no doubt that I was growing a lot. I was expanding a lot because I was expressing and creating sides of myself which were not created before. But a large part of my time was actually spent going through the motions of drinking a lot, smoking a lot, right? In Vietnam, it's like crazy weed culture over there. I was in Cambodia, I was like eating weed pizzas. I was partying a lot. And at the end of the day, I was escaping reality. Okay, because when I would come back to my place and I would sit in my place of silence, I knew that I was not walking my authentic path and purpose in my life. I felt like there was still a void within me. And as much as I thought I could fill it from the outside, from the parties, from the dancing, from the drinking, from the drugs, I knew that this was just going to be a hedonic treadmill that would be unable to be fulfilled. Okay, and this is really the spiritual path, in knowing that yes, society conditions us to think that we need something outside of us to feel good, and it makes us feel good for the moment. But when that void is still empty, the more you fill it with the thing from the outside, the more empty it gets, the more insatiable your appetites become, and the more you think you need to just feel good about yourself, right? So this is the spiritual path, understanding that that void can only be filled from the inside when you are walking your authentic path and your purpose in life. Okay, the only thing that matters is how you feel about yourself when you are by yourself. Aristotle said that the highest human good is eudaimonia. Okay, eu means good, and daimon was in the Roman culture basically the spirit, the soul that was born alongside a child when the child was born. And throughout that child's life, that daimon was developing a relationship with that child based on whether that person, that child who grew up to be a person, was making decisions that were in alignment with his highest potential, with his highest purpose, with his authentic path or not. Okay, we can think of this as self-esteem, because when we are making decisions that are in alignment with what we're here for, then our self-esteem goes up. When we are making decisions that are not in alignment with our highest values, then our self-esteem goes down and our relationship with ourselves deteriorates. Okay, the most important relationship is the relationship that you have with yourself. And if that is not on good terms, you can get all the external validation that you crave, but you will still feel empty on the inside. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 steps on how you can go about developing higher self-esteem by getting clarity on what your true values are, and then what you need to do every single day to show up in alignment with those values. Okay, now just a quick announcement letting you know that I put together a free 1-hour training going over the Conscious Creator Manifesto. Okay, this is some of the best content that I've put together after 10 years of being on this personal growth journey. So stick to the end of this video to learn more how you can get access to that. Okay, now step number 1 is the most important, and that is to accept radical responsibility for your situation in life. Okay, if you blame, if you complain, if you make excuses, all of these things are a cop-out, and you might think that they let go of the responsibility and you feel better about yourself for the moment, but really you are giving your power away. You're giving your ability away to actually making a difference in your life. The moment that you make an excuse is the moment that you are giving yourself a cop-out to actually do something about where you are or where you're not. Okay, when you're complaining about things, you are literally putting your focus on things outside of you rather than focus on what you can do right here, right now, in order to move towards where you want to be. Okay, in Stoicism, the ultimate programming technique for your mind is to narrow down on what is within your control and within what is within your influence, and let go of everything else. Okay, if Stephen Covey has a model, he says that there's a circle of influence and then there's a circle of concern. Okay, you might be concerned about a lot of things, but you are not able to influence them. And if that is the case, then putting your mental bandwidth over there is basically taking that limited mental bandwidth that you have towards things that you cannot actually do anything about. Okay, so radical responsibility is about taking extreme ownership of where you are right now, and that is a stepping stone towards giving yourself the power to go ahead and move in the direction of where you want to go, giving yourself the power to actually change the thing that is not in acceptance to your highest good, that is not in alignment with what you're here to do right now. Okay, so the first step is always to get clear that I am responsible for where I am right now, and I am responsible for where I will be in the future. Okay, no excuses, no complaining, no blaming, because that is you giving your power away to factors outside of your control. Now, the second step is that of gaining awareness. Okay, gaining awareness of whether your current behavior is in alignment with your highest values or not. And if you're not clear on what your highest values are, this is a practice that I've been recommending a lot, which is to contemplate your own funeral and to imagine what you would want people to say about you. Okay, a lot of us are refusing to actually talk about death in modern society, right? It's taboo to talk about death, but really death, in the face of death, everything that is unimportant, it fades away. We live as if we're gonna live forever, right? We intellectually know that our time over here is limited, but we don't contemplate it. It's not top of mind. And the more we can contemplate the idea of death, the more we can let go of everything that is unimportant in our lives. All right, so get clear on what you would want people to think about at your funeral, what you would want people to think about you at your funeral, what you would want them to say about you, right? Then you'll have a list of virtues, of values, which are actually truly in alignment with what you're here to do. And then once you're clear on what is truly valuable to you, it's being aware on whether your behaviors on a day-to-day basis are in alignment with that or not, right? But you can take the next step of getting clear on what behaviors exactly, if your current behaviors are not in alignment with what your values are, then getting clear on what behaviors you can show up and exhibit every single day to imprint those virtues onto your soul, onto your character, so that you are the person that is receiving the words that you would want to be said about you. Okay, so that is the 3-step process. Accept where you are, get clear on where you want to be, and then just get clear on what you need to do in order to get to where you want to be. Okay, it's very simple, but at the end of the day, when we are clear on these things, then we are clear on what we're here for. We're clear on what our authentic path and purpose is in life, and we can go ahead and develop a better relationship with ourselves, with our eudaimon, right? Because every single moment there is a decision that you're making, and whether that decision is in your best interest or not will determine whether that relationship with you and your inner daimon is getting better or whether it's getting worse. And if you are going through the motions again and again, escaping that inner daimon, the communication with the inner daimon, that's taking place when you're sitting in your place, right? When it's only you with yourself, then you will one day get to the point where you're like, shit, I can't resist this voice anymore. I have to do something right now. And it's better sooner rather than later, because the more that you're making decisions that are not in alignment with your highest good, the more it will be difficult for you to go the other way. Okay, so you can click the link below. I'll leave it in the first comments on the Conscious Creator Manifesto. Okay, this is the complete model on how you can bring your mind, your body, and your spirit into alignment. Because if you are not currently making consistent progress in your life towards creating a life that you love, then the only reason is because your mind is pulling you in one direction, your body is pulling you in another direction, and your spirit, your daimon, is sitting there saying that, why are you not consistent in who you are? Okay, you're not making consistent progress because you're not being a consistent person. The different aspects of yourself are pulling you in different directions. So click the link below, check it out. It's a free 1-hour training. You can put in your email address. I'll send it to you over there, and it'll really give you clarity in terms of what you need to focus on even further, right? Of course, the 3 steps in this video will help you out, but these 3 steps in the Conscious Creator Manifesto go deep in terms of what you can actually do on a day-to-day basis to make sure that your body temple, the temple of your soul, which is your body, the seat of your soul, which is your mind, they are both in alignment, so that you can do what needs to be done without getting too distracted and without being inconsistent. Okay, so you can check out the training below, but I hope this has been valuable for you. And this has been Mo, and I'll see you in the next video.